it's almost like your hand's being forced. It's like the divine is forcing you into decisions or forcing you into making moves that you didn't necessarily plan on making quite yet. But that's what happens when you have a lunar eclipse in your sign and a solar eclipse coming in your shadow. You ready, Libra? Hey Libra, it's your girl Jay, the High Priestess, back at it again with the general tarot reading for Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Aries season 2024. So I'm going to give you an example of like how your hand's being moved. Y'all know I'm a Libra rising, right? As soon as the eclipse hit, found out I have to move out of my house that I've been in for 6 years. Today, I've been like getting this inkling to get a new deck, and because the other deck is like at this point like stuck together. It's like they're all not discolored, but it's getting to the point where what my original deck looks like, and it's like they're hard to spread. Like you can't, I don't know, they just get kind of like energetically sticky is the best way I can, and it's not physically sticky. It's just like they get old and need to be updated. Went to work today. Y'all know every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday I read tarot all day at a shop. And went to the shop today. Oh shit, I forgot to take that out. And I arrived there without my deck. It's like the one thing I need to do my job. Arrived there without the fucking deck and got forced into buying a whole new one. So, welcome to the, and you get the star at the bottom of the deck. Yes, you guys are the first sign that's getting a reading from the brand new fresh deck, and it serves you right because that lunar eclipse in Libra has changed you in some sort of way, and this solar eclipse in Aries is going to change where you're going in life and the direction that you're headed in. And so some of you are already feeling it, and I'm ready to dive in. Thank you. So hydrate, light it if you got it, as I create a safe space for my benevolent ancestors. Mother God, Father God, Mother Earth, thanking you for the most useful, helpful, and divinely aligned messages for Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Aries season 2024. So, like I said, hydrate, light it if you got it, and just breathe as we welcome in the most useful, helpful, and divinely aligned messages for Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Aries season 2024. Also, Libra, your ruling planet Venus is going into Aries, your shadow, on April 5th. The 4th, depending on where you are. But there's this brand new cycle, a whole fresh new start. You may be getting closer or building your relationships more intensely with people that have Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Virgo, or Libra placements. And there's some sort of a fresh start, a clean slate. Your ruling planet's going to be there and mixed up with the solar eclipse in Aries energy, along with Chiron and the North Node. So your identity wounds are being activated. Your mission in life, what you're here to fucking do, the way that you love, the way that you view yourself, the way that you communicate, the way that you let people communicate with you. There's a whole new level of stability, a whole new like stature. There's something like you are moving up, you are being moved, you're being repositioned in some sort of a way. So let's see what it is for Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Aries season 2024. And that's how I know, like, these are brand new. They're slippery as fuck, but they're already very, very decisive as fuck. We have a very important conversation. And what came out is the Knight of Wands reversed. First card out, Knight of Wands reversed. That lunar eclipse and the solar eclipse, I'm telling you, it's like turning you on your head, turning things on their head. There may be somebody with Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius placements that's going in a different direction, or you're going in a different direction from them. Maybe slowing down or pulling back. There could also be anger. There also could be lashing out. There could be, you know, arguments. You may be getting more argumentative or combative. And that makes sense. Your ruling planet is going into not only your shadow, but it's going into Aries. And Aries is known as the god of war. You know, Aries energy is like the loyal foot soldier. They're not going to ask you to get shit done. They're just going to do it. And so there's something there about like your relationship to passion, your relationship to love, your relationship to your vitality. I feel like the first thing to be clarified on the Selenite throne, Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising, is your relationship to your direction. Where the fuck are you going? You may not know. You're going in a different direction. I feel like you need to really evaluate your relationship to emotional responses and emotional control and anger, and if there's any rage, or how you respond to conflict, how you respond to confrontation. I just saw 555. So there's definitely something there about like conflict because you're going in a different direction, or conflict because somebody else is going in a different direction. Really needing to mind the pace that you're going at. I feel like evaluate your pace, let yourself slow down. You don't need to go full force into the wrong direction. And so you just need to make sure that where you're going is where you're wanting to go, and that you're establishing healthy boundaries along the way, because there could be people opposing you, challenging you, just fighting with you or being combative. But let's see. Please continue. So that eclipse is going to be a doozy, you know, and I don't feel like a doozy is negative. I just feel like there's a lot of energy. There's like this swelling of energy, or this explosion of energy. I mean, the Knight of Wands is like spirit in action. You know, there is something there about like, be careful of fighting just for the sake of fighting. There may be someone around you that's like that. There could just be competition. Be careful of being competitive or putting other people in competition with each other. You just need to look at your pace. You need to look at your direction. You need to look at where things are going. Justice reversed. This is you showing up. And I feel like you may be just uncertain about all these big decisions that are having to be made, but I feel like the divine is making decisions for you. There could be something about, was this truly an injustice? Is this have you really been wronged? When justice comes out, there's some sort of injustice indicated, or imbalance indicated. So I feel like there has been imbalance. There has been indecision. There's been like, what the fuck is going on? Someone maybe outside of you or someone else with Libra placements may just not feel like yourself, or maybe you're confused possibly. I just feel like slow down. The cosmic realm of justice, I feel like, is being activated. And so in the ways that you've been wronged, the divine is making things right. And I feel like, okay, Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising, in some sort of way, you're not seeing yourself clearly. I feel like you're not seeing yourself clearly. You may not be loving yourself properly. There could be like, yeah, you're taking care of yourself physically, but what's going on emotionally or spiritually, or, you know, energetically. With justice reversed, I feel like some of you, if there are legal decisions or legal things going on, you may feel like things are not going in your favor. There could be a need for an appeal, or a need for you to take legal action on something. Some of you just may be feeling really like, what the fuck, when it comes to what you deserve. And I just feel like it's darkest before dawn. There could just be just some moments where you're like, what the fuck did I do to deserve this? And I just feel like ultimately the divine is doing its part to show you where you've been to like, okay, ultimately the divine is doing their part to correct your course. In some sort of way, I feel like you have not been going in the right direction, or there is some sort of like imbalance. I feel like imbalance with somebody with Libra, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius placements. Imbalance in regards to your vitality or passion or like lust for life. An imbalance possibly in like sexual energy or chemistry. And the divine wants to make things right, wants to like balance out the scales. I feel like you've got to use your words with justice reverse. You've got to make sure that your emotions aren't making decisions for you. If there are big decisions that are coming up and you have no idea what to do, then you don't need to run full force into just like movement for the sake of movement. I feel like Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising, you start to behave more like an Aries in Aries season. Of course, that makes sense because we are all the signs. And in Aries season, you have full access to Aries energy. And so look at how decisive they're being, how slow they are to talk. This is interesting with a new deck. Normally they're all like gabby and all over the place and slipping and sliding all over the place. And it's not like that. I feel like this deck is mirroring your energy, and it's asking you to be slow to speak and decisive and to speak from the heart and to do what you really want and to go for, you know, what lights you the fuck up, or whoever lights you the fuck up, whatever that is. It's, sorry, my hair is driving me crazy. The divine is just showing you where there's been imbalance, and I feel like balance is coming in to be restored. So please continue. Hydrate. Please continue for Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. We only got 2 cards out. Like 12 minutes in. Death reversed. Okay, at the center of the reading, there have been things that you knew that needed to end. This is a really important metamorphosis. There have been relationships, there have been legal situations, there have been like things on your to-do list that you've been avoiding. There have been things that you've been trying to like strategically maneuver or be not conniving, but be, yeah, I just feel like you've been strategic about something, but your gut told you no, or like you've been trying to go in a certain direction or evade ending something that you knew was going to be big, and the divine, the answer has been no. You know what needed to end. And some of us have been putting off these things, these big endings. Some of us have been afraid of change just for the sake of change. Some of us have been afraid to let go of these aspects of ourselves. Some of us have been afraid to leave these relationships, afraid to leave our living situations, afraid to move forward. But you have the mental capacity and wherewithal to know what's good for yourself and know what you're capable of doing. And I feel like this is happening, and it's going to level you up. It's going to help you get more masterful in the realm of your mind. You're becoming way more decisive. You're acting on your knowledge. I feel like there's some sort of mastery that's happening with your thoughts and your words and your mind. And like, you know, with that King of Swords at the bottom of the deck, you on a savage level, like rock in your belly, know what needs to end. And if you've been avoiding it, stop. Death reverse. So there may be also somebody with Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Libra, or Scorpio placements that you haven't, like something is ending with this, or you haven't seen it from the right perspective. They don't have an accurate maybe depiction of you or understanding of you. Someone maybe just be acting really immaturely. There may be just something that needs to end, that you know needs to end. something that you've delayed or put off to the last minute because you didn't want to switch things up or you didn't want to change, but the metamorphosis is upon you. The revolution is upon you, and it's really important that you allow yourself to trust the divine enough to remove whatever needs to be removed or reposition you in whichever way you need to be repositioned so that you can get to optimization or so that you can ascend. Libra, sun, moon, and rising. The whole reading reverse, the Ace of Wands on the bottom of the deck, but the Nine of Wands. It's like in order for you to get that new, you're going to have to let go of the old. There, especially if it has something to do with somebody that, you know, it's like an ending of a cycle in the realm of your physical, spiritual, sexual energy. Some of you aren't seeing your resources clearly. There's a new footing that needs to be gained in regards to how you exert or expend your physical, spiritual, sexual energy. An ending in vitality, an ending with somebody with Scorpio, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius placements, because there is something new. And this new thing that comes in, it may come by way of someone also with Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius placements. There's a new relationship, a new passion, a new hobby, something or someone that makes you feel free and that maybe you miss, or maybe you have this like profound connection towards, but I feel like there's a lot of autonomy and proper independence. I feel like also, Libra, some of you are really getting out of like breaking free of codependent relationships. You're shedding your old attachment style, or you're no longer letting yourself participate in codependent connections anymore. And it just feels like you're ending a cycle, ending an era. Final card, final message. Please, something upright. Final card, final message. The Five of Wands? What? Okay. With the Devil at the bottom of the deck. So these are the final cards. These eclipses are not fucking around with you. These eclipses are not fucking around with us. They're gonna and it's funny, I just said attachment. Like, you're being forced to look at your attachment style. You're being forced to look at your relationship to codependency, or what has a hold on you, who has a hold on you. There also could be something there with like, there's so much that you want to do and you don't know where to start. And where to start is silence. Where to start is to look at your shadow and developing a healthier me so that you can operate way more efficiently in the we, you know. And with the Five of Wands at the bottom of the deck, I keep seeing there's conflict. So there could just be some conflictual energy, again, with a fire sign, but your ruling planet is in Aries now, so, or is going into Aries depending on when you see this. And there's this, there is a combative nature. Also, some of you, like, there could be multiple people that you want to date, or multiple, that's the thing with the attachment style. It's like maybe you or someone around you, like, do you want to be single? Do you want to be exclusive? Do you want to be polyamorous? Do you want to be monogamous? Like, whatever it is, are you being, like, do you have a dismissive, you know, avoidant attachment style? Is your shit feeling, do you think it's secure? If you think your attachment style is secure, it probably isn't. I found that out for myself. Anyway, I feel like actually depends. I think your attachment style really can differ partner to partner. It will vary partner to partner. Every person is going to make you feel differently. Unless you just have this consistent anxious attachment style. Anyway, so if you don't know your attachment style, then do some research. Look at that, because you are the sign that rules relationships. And so some of you are really seeing other people's dark sides. Some of you are, oh shit, damn. Okay, I'm gonna give you a little bit of the plunge. But some of you are seeing other people's dark sides. Some of you are seeing the ways that you've been blind, the ways that you've been going back and forth, how willful blindness ruled you for too long, especially when it comes to yourself, your self-worth, whoever you were, you know, connected to or in a relationship with, had kids with, or married with, whoever you are employed by. I feel like a lot of this is dictated, or is a lot of the drama you've experienced has been because there's been like la 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 mindset towards looking at the fact that stuff has been broken, or people were hurt, or you fucked up in some sort of way, or this other person fucked up in some sort of way. Either way, there's some shit that has had a hold on you or has made you feel stagnant. I feel like it's time to look at your addictive tendencies, your vices or habits. There may be some sort of shadow to really evaluate. Like, what's your relationship to escapism? What's your relationship to, you know, sex, drugs, and rock and roll? This also could be that there's somebody around that you're having incredible sex with, or that you have that really intense sexual connection with. And it's like, don't let lust blind you from seeing that someone maybe is still really hurting, or don't let yourself get caught up in like the sex fog of things and ignore what you're really going through, or if you really need to heal, or if there's apologies that need to be given, or if there's an apology that you're still waiting to receive. Venus going into Aries, she's starting a whole new chapter, and it's really important for you to understand that you are going in a different direction. And over there on Patreon, we're going to clarify all these cards. I hope you join us for the plunge. Patreon.com/JustJEverything. For free shit though, check out my Instasham at JustJ_everything, TikTok at JustJEverything, and for other dope shit that I do, my website, JustJEverything.com. All the links and the channeled song for this season for you is in the description box below. You're welcome. So let me just zoom out for a little bit. So wherever you are in this season, I feel like slow down. Whenever you see this, there's just something there about like whoever is challenging you, or whoever wants the smoke, or if there's somebody being really argumentative, if there's somebody being combative or challenging you, or if you're being really mean to yourself, if you're being really harsh on yourself, it feels really important for you to slow down and evaluate why. I just feel like allow yourself to release the reins. Some of you may struggle with control or indecision this season, struggling with impulse control or emotional control, or you may be seeing that in people around you. If there are big decisions that are coming up to be made, I feel like you know what you need to do. I feel like something is over, something is ended, something has come to a head. And it's time to like stop beating a dead horse. Like, get this thing over with, get this thing done, buried in the ground, do whatever it needs to be done. You know what needs to end. You know what you need to separate yourself from, because it's preventing you from moving forward and like diving into all these other new passions that are bubbling up inside of you. There could be just multiple people trying to get your attention, multiple things that you need your attention, multiple areas of life that like you know that you need to focus better at work, or get more disciplined at work, or you know you need to apply these things or study these things, or you know you want to start this business, or you know you want to start these things, like whatever it is. I just feel like there's all this other, like there's this huge reserve of energy that can be applied to the multitude of things that you want to do if you stop pussyfooting around and go ahead and make the decisions that you know you need to make, especially if they're legal. It's like, get your taxes done, do the things you need to do, file the papers, you know, whatever it is. I'm not coming up with all the legal jargon. Like, do what needs to be done. That way the conflict is resolved. Quit trying to people please. You can't please everybody. And you are born to be a disruptor, Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. You are justice embodied, balance embodied. And it feels really, really important in Aries season that you let yourself rock the fucking boat, because that's what the boat is there for. Now, let's get into it. I fucking love you. You got this. See you over on Patreon.
For the full version of the video, go to Patreon.